can't. No,
What?
I can't. I can't.
talking about?
I can't. No, I can't put it in the mic because we're live now. But it's the one, that one video.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That one AI.
Oh yeah, that one. That's good. I was about to give you a.
No, the whole page is basically videos
I'm gonna
like
apologize
that.
for listening.
It's funny.
Is the camera a little bit dark?
Yeah, it is.
Can we fix it?
Yeah, I have to get up.
We should
get up.
fix it.
Okay.
The girls are gonna roast us.
I was gonna say I just noticed it because we have it set for down below.
We can keep the people busy. So Jeff, tell me more about this Fat People AI video. That
Yeah, you like fat people AI? It's kind of wild.
I mean, I'll say it live. I don't care if we get flagged or not.
Whoa! You definitely should not.
You better calm down there.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the words, but I'll tell you what it is. I just don't want to get flagged.
No, shush.
I saw one of this guy fighting an alligator. I thought that was pretty funny.
Sasquatch? Oh no, those are sharks.
The Sasquatch videos are great.
I'm afraid to click. I'm not. Gonna
I would not click any of
No.
it. I'd put it away for like an hour and a half. You know, like
He
however
brought
long
it-
that's on.
I wasn't
probably
gonna say,
turn it off.
I wasn't gonna say nothing until he brought it up. So
Yeah. I feel
Turn
very
that music
loud
down.
now. DJ, did you turn me up? I don't know.
Magically. Is that better? Do you like it?
I look a lot better, so.
Yeah.
Kuzman, you missed every interview because they didn't show it.
There was not many interviews. Oh, I guess there's supposed to be some kind of pre. I don't know, like stay tuned for the pre-race and then
They ended. Yeah, it just ended. Whatever.
Well, I think what they said was stay
At least we have a purpose
tuned
again.
for on TNT. So they didn't say if it was a post race or not, but they said stay tuned.
TNT sucks.
Yeah,
TNT sucks balls.
I'm
bro.
sorry. What I'm seeing, we got last place for the award.
Bro,
Or the
like
award.
bring Fox back.
Ugh. Heard saying that.
It's hard to say that.
All right, I can start the recording part of it whenever you guys are ready.
Couple things. Can we make the chat a little bit bigger? And then can we also, you want to drop the poll?
Well,
Oh, they're still doing the post race right now. Okay, cool. Let us know if they're doing anything fun in it.
No, don't watch.
I don't know where my
Don't
phone-
Join
watch.
here.
Ryan, turn that off right now.
Street Goat SVG.
Street Goat. Let's go.
He belong in the streets.
Goat simulator.
All right, let's do I'll do the rating for the race.
Yeah, we
do that
definitely
one
got to do
first.
that.
Street Goat is wild. I love it. Oh, man. Anyways, while we wait, if you guys have opinions on the race, drop them in the chat before the poll goes live.
They did not spit on that thing this year. They did it the last 2 years. This year, no wet track.
Cue the music again.
Yeah.
Should put that thing on a loop.
You know, I probably should, but it's pretty rare that we ever run through more than one.
That's real.
Oh,
I actually-
what to vote? What to vote?
Hey,
The
can someone
poll is live.
Can someone
people.
text Lindsay and tell her to bring me my phone? I don't know where it is.
Lindsay's not here.
Oh, should I set the alarm off and hope someone finds it?
Nobody's here but us.
Oh,
Where's
well,
Lindsay?
I could probably go find it.
it's not.
Do you
that
remember where it was?
bad.
Do
No,
you need it?
not really.
Nah.
It's a yes or no thing.
Not really. No, I can
All right.
live without it.
I heard it now.
I can. I'm
If
fine.
you need something, let me know. I'll show you.
Yeah. I mean, I have a whole computer sitting next to me. I should be fine.
Should be.
All
you
right.
have 3 screens.
I should be
Who's a
fine.
better road course driver, Catherine Legg or Bubba Wallace?
It's close.
It's
In all fairness, Catherine Legg spun out once. Bubba spun out thrice.
well, it depends. Do you count qualifying? And
Oh yes, absolutely.
then yes.
So Bubba's is 3-1.
Rumor is she has a leg up on the competition.
Catherine Legg to the 23.
and she's better than I'm. All right, let's go
All right.
live.
It's been egregious.
Quiet.
SVG goes back to back and it kind of goes back to back. He sweeps it, whatever. And what do we? I didn't pull up my notes. Sorry.
Back to
and
back.
we now have the new person to be in place for Fox. It's TNT. And NASCAR still doesn't know how to officiate anything. What is up, everybody? My name is DJ with Here for the Speed. Glad to be with you guys. I'm joined by.
What's up? I'm Jake. You literally just wrote that thing and you totally forgot.
I forgot to pull it up. It's a little hectic.
Do you need
in
your
here.
phone?
I might. I might. You know, I know I said I didn't, but I
You know,
might have.
it is funny. Like we do give what's his name from DBC Tommy,
yeah.
crap, because he like forgot his phone. Like we give him a crap all the time for being an old man, but here's DJ, old man of the group, forget his phone.
I am old.
Yeah. Anyways,
We know.
what's up?
Shut up.
Dang.
I've just
Wow.
realized I pulled up the show sheet, but that's kind of pointless.
Oh, it's
I mean-
totally pointless this week.
Yeah, whatever. I'm Jeff.
What is up, everyone? Matthew here, local Brad Keselowski fan. It was a short day. 3 laps.
It was rough.
The best part of that
3
was
laps.
TJ all week talking
3
about
laps.
TJ on Dale Jr.'s podcast was like, we got a shot. Chicago's
Okay.
one of our good tracks. Lap 3. See you later. He didn't even finish lap 3.
I don't think so. I don't think so at
Yeah.
all. It was a sad Brad day.
man.
Off to Sonoma, which I don't think he's won there either.
Great.
Yeah.
You didn't
No,
miss.
Sonoma,
you
he's
didn't
terrible.
miss much, JFP.
Yeah.
All right.
He's mid-20s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll just
it's
keep
rough.
it turned off next week.
Yep.
So you're just tuning out?
Yeah.
So let's jump straight into it, yo. How was that race, y'all?
You want to do the ratings?
I mean,
I'll start. The
Go.
racing was pretty good. You could pass. Tires meant some stuff. Different strategies. Cool. The officiating was terrible, and I'll just leave it there for now. But the racing was good.
yeah, pretty good race, all things considered. I mean, the ending definitely was a drag. It kind of brought down a lot of points for me, but yeah, I like the speed. I like the racing today. Like Jake said, the tires actually meant something, which is kind of cool for a road course, especially a street course like this for NASCAR. So I don't know. I quite enjoyed it, especially the last 15 laps, but yeah, kind of a drag at the end there. So
Oh, that was trash. Absolutely horrible. I do not like this track dry. This track needs to be wet, permanently be wet. They should only schedule this if it's going to rain. This race should not be there if it doesn't rain.
it was supposed to.
They should put Logano out there before the race starts.
He'll ruin the.
Bro, he put
wet the whole
tears all
track.
over pit roads.
Dang, man.
Dude, that was wild.
Grimy
Dude was so
Logano.
salty.
No, I mean
Dude.
it was kind of what I expected for the race, and I know that's kind of like weird to say because the last 2 times it's been raining, but it was pretty methodical. I mean, the standard strategies for a road course, that was what was gonna win the race. Everyone did the same. There was no upsets. I thought it was fairly.
I felt like we had some more natural
normal.
cautions, which kind of added some layers in the strategy.
only when NASCAR deemed it so, but I agree.
Yeah.
We'll get into it, but
I mean, I think we're all kind of under the same opinion for the most part, but I think it's under the guys that like it's still a road course and it's still a street course, and I don't think any of us are particularly big fans of that, at least in Chicago.
I'm starting to like it
At least in
more.
Chicago.
I
But
don't, I don't mind it.
It's pretty similar. So if I was gonna rate it, I'd say yellow flag. I'm. If the rumors are true, I'm happy they're gone. Go
Yeah.
somewhere else. Do something else. I'm done.
See,
I don't want to see
There
that again.
seems to be a lot of problems. Like like a yellow flag for an ambulance having to get out of the racetrack. Like that's just
That is a red flag right there. That is a problem.
well. That
Why didn't they just
What's
airlift?
up with the logistics? Well,
What-
I mean, you're talking $20,000 at that point.
Again,
Someone's
there's a
life.
NASCAR race, and if it's that
No,
serious,
I agree, but there needs to be a different way out of the racetrack.
there should be. They should
Something.
have
I don't know.
tunnel,
Maybe that's
bridge.
normal for street courses. I don't know. That's just weird. I mean, you have the whole train track area, right? So, I mean, surely you have some elevation stuff. You could do something.
You
I
would
don't know.
think.
I think. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, as far as the rating, I'm kind of it's tough because I'm really stuck between green and yellow. Looking at it, trying to be impartial because obviously I'm glad SVG won. Like I did like that part of it. But with everything else there, I mean I thought the racing itself was pretty good. There as far as like excitement, wrecks, attrition, the tires mattered. Like there was some good racing elements, but the entertainment was.
I would
It was
argue
good.
the best racing was the last 15 laps where they were all just
I
trying to
agree.
run over each
I
other.
agree.
The first 50 were pretty methodical. Like it was.
You had
what
to
was
get
it?
to that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a little bit of bumping and banging, but they weren't.
You had a
I don't
little
know.
bit of that strategy debate where it was like, hey, are we going to go, are we going to have like McDowell? Or is he going to stay out, collect that extra stage win for the playoff point, or is he going to come in? And, so there was a little bit of it, but ultimately it ended up going same way all the other road courses end up going. Is
Right.
You flip the stage.
Well, for the extra rating for me, it's a yellow. That's the most I can give it with the ending. The ending brought it down a flag for me.
I think that's fair. I think I could go with that.
I'd have given it a green. With like maybe like I would have said green, but there may have been like one or two things I would have changed, but it would still be enough to be a green. But it's automatically a yellow for me. Like
I'm in the same boat. I'm yellow, but I'm almost black because the officiating is part of the race.
Dark yellow.
The race can be good,
or
but
red.
like if the officiating is bad, it can spoil the whole thing. So it's not just the end. It was the multiple late yellows throughout. There was the like we said, the officiating or the yellow for the ambulance having to leave the speedway.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's just like one thing, two things, okay, maybe, but like 3 or 4, like nah, it's too much, man. Like what are we doing? Like too much.
There was at least 4 incidences where it was like, this is kind of egregious. The last thing, Cody wearing the fence.
Yeah.
There was the ambulance, which is like, what is going on? Josh Berry not getting a caution after like 2 whole laps. What was it? 2-3 laps? I mean,
The leaders were passing him.
Do we want to go into that? Are we done with the rating? Like,
Yeah, I
'cause
think
I
we
think we
all-
want to start a poll on the NASCAR officiating.
Which one am I?
I would say just was it fair or was it egregious?
we got
maybe
3 votes. So put your votes in real quick because I'm going to close it out.
Yeah.
So far, who was the black flag?
Jake.
No,
I'm just curious.
actually, it wasn't me.
No, I'm just curious who it was.
I
not
put
trying to
green.
out
I
you.
put green
This is
initially.
anonymous.
And
I
was
know.
like,
I guess that's the point.
Who was it? Tell us.
Show yourself. All right, go away.
What's that chat say? Let's see. NASCAR waiting 14 business days to throw a caution.
It was
Jenny.
ridiculous. There was a handful of those.
I agree. So Yenny says it's race manipulation to wait that long. It is
is.
race manipulation.
Yes.
Everybody that needed a pit absolutely got a total handout from NASCAR because
Yes.
there was half the field that did not want to pit and were not planning on pitting and
Yep.
had positioned themselves to. That was ridiculous.
Yes. We're talking
Totally
about the
ridiculous.
Barry incident, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was completely ridiculous.
How do we want to phrase this question?
Is NASCAR smart? Yes or no?
NASCAR officiating, good or
NASCAR
bad?
officiating, good, bad.
There you go. That
Today. Say today. I mean, because if it's
works.
on
You
general,
can say the whole series.
if it's in general, it's bad, automatic. Just leave it as yes, no.
Yes, no.
Is
Oh.
NASCAR officiating
Let's
bad?
see. NASCAR
yes,
calls of the race.
yes or yes.
Yes or hell
That is
yes.
the worst poll ever. I love it. I love it. Leave it. Leave it. It's perfect.
Good,
Donkey. Bad, no.
bad, no.
Wow, who uses the delete button?
I do.
Ah, wow. Backspace, bro. Escape.
Anywho.
Or not escape.
Definitely not escape.
Backspace, whatever.
Anywho.
Not escape, escape.
I really kind of want to jump on that Josh Berry incident because that was insane.
What? Should we go in order?
Yeah.
You want to start with the
Might as well,
Hocevar
it
and the
kinda
long
was.
red flag?
That was ridiculous.
Because you're very opinionated.
Why
on
was
this.
that so long? Did anyone say why that was so long?
Was it wall damage? Maybe. I
No.
don't know.
Well, they
that was the
probably-
least
they-
amount of wall damage the entire race.
I think they lost one of their one and only straps on the tow truck.
Oh, that did happen too.
They're down a tow truck.
So-
I seriously doubt they bring extra
So
straps.
hold on. So there
Just
was
the way they prepare for
there was
things.
a 6
Yeah.
car pileup, right? The 6, the 77,
The 3.
I think the 42 was in it.
The 3 was in it. The 99, the 42 or 43.
Yeah, 40.
It was one of those two.
No, Nemechek was running at the end, so maybe it was the 43.
Well, I think he might have
might
been
have still-
stuck in it a little bit. But
Anyway, huge wreck, huge red flag for it felt like 20, 30 minutes. While
it
they
had to
moved
be every bit of 20
all
minutes.
their cars. I don't think any of those cars even tried to refire. And then while they're towing Hocevar away, one of the straps on the tow truck breaks and it just drops the car right on
Yep.
the track. It's like, what are we doing? And then I think it was either Nemechek or Jones tries to keep driving, and then he stalls out halfway through the course, and they had to get behind him and push him all the way back to.
Yeah.
It was just so sloppy for like lap 3 of this race. Like, what are we doing?
Year one, there's some of this I can agree with.
Yeah.
Oh man, huge wreck.
We don't know
blocked
where
the
to
whole
position
track.
things. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try to figure this out. Year 3,
Why are we still doing this?
absolutely not.
You know this is a trouble corner.
Dude, I didn't even see a tow truck over there for like 5-6 minutes.
It was a
I think
mess.
this is why they were holding yellows all day. I don't think they could get tow trucks to places.
That's very likely.
I mean, legitimately,
yeah.
it was weird. Like they're like, okay, there's the safety trucks, there's the ambulance. Like, where's the tow truck? Where's the tow truck?
It wasn't. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not positioned
yeah.
well.
It was really weird. Super strange.
Also, this is I don't want to consider it an incident just because it wasn't an incident, but also they didn't call anything, especially during like the most important part of the race where they had that just carcass in the middle of the road.
Yes.
The tire
I think it was.
Oh yeah,
towards the end.
It was when Briscoe lost his tire.
They just didn't.
Yeah.
They just like
It was
it
just in the
wasn't an
corner.
incident technically, but it should have been.
If it's an oval that's run 100 laps, that's 100% going to be a caution.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know.
No,
I mean,
when NASCAR wants that caution, oh, it's going to be there.
But it wasn't even like up against the wall or anything. It was
No,
like
it's
in the
literally in the
racing
middle.
line. Like
It was.
it was almost okay.
It was close.
It wasn't the
took a
preferred
wide
line.
swing.
It
Yeah.
was
If you took a wide swing, like in
You
other
were in
words,
it.
if you missed the apex, which very doable at this track, yes,
Yeah.
you're going to run into that tire
So,
carcass.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to say that before I forget because we didn't do the
Yeah.
notes this week. So
Tire caucus, what political party is that?
That's the new one Elon Musk is starting.
I'm kind of
carcass.
Join us in the good year.
So yeah, the
Tire
red flag was
caucus.
ridiculous.
We remember the Goodyear caucus.
Make America good again.
caucus. Make NASCAR good again.
And then Barry
worst officiating.
hitting the wall,
Yep.
like bending the wall. I mean, it didn't break the wall, but it definitely
It moved
engaged
it
it, moved the
hard.
wall.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there for 2-3 laps. No problem. Every driver
The
drives
whole
by and
field
sees him.
passed him multiple times.
They all came down and pitted, got whatever they needed to, knew there was going to be a caution. He couldn't get rolling.
Dude, it was
What are we
ridiculous.
doing?
It was ridiculous.
I don't know, man.
So the climax of this NASCAR officiating. Well, we have the ambulance. We talked about that. I don't know.
That's
I don't know
really
what
just
else to say
bad, like-
besides
That's
you,
the
you got to
weirdest
have
thing.
a better way to get people out of the inside of the racetrack. You have 5,000, 10,000 people
At this
could
point,
be on the inside
at
of
this
the
point,
racetrack.
a zip line would make more sense.
Like it's hot. You're gonna go there in July. Heat stroke, heat exhaustion isn't on your radar, and you're shocked when it happens. Like,
Someone needs medical attention. Sorry.
like.
I better hope this
well,
resets.
hold on a second. Isn't there supposed to be an infield
They
care
need to
center?
go to the hospital.
Okay, so why is that infield care center
Because
not
I'm
able
sure
to be
it's
equipped?
totally temporary and not the same
It should
standard
be-
that it normally is.
It should be
You
somewhat.
go to Daytona, they can deliver your baby in there.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
true.
It should
Like-
be able to be a
That's
full
where Jake was
thing.
born.
I wish. That would save me so much money right now.
I was gonna say. Fun fact: if you don't know, if you are born there, you get tickets for life.
Yep.
Totally worth it.
We've all been trying. It's not been working. We're trying to line it up. It's not.
The wives are just not on board.
It's always there's always a headache. Anyway,
the ultimate climax to this is the end of the race.
I'm sorry. I just derailed Jake's point.
Would you say I missed it?
I said there's always a headache.
Like,
That's why we can't get the wives to cooperate.
wow.
That's the best you got, huh?
It was pretty funny.
It was the delivery at the time. Anyway.
Yeah.
I could
Sorry.
have swore it's Peroni's based off all them commercials.
Anyway,
Look, Matt, over here just trying to drink. Yeah. Anyways,
Wow.
what are we talking about? All right,
Pepperonis.
so the end.
Pepperoni.
The last what should have been caution with before one to go with
The
Cody
roast
Ware.
beef machine.
So this got to get on TV one more time.
Just
Dude,
Where's the
commercials. Those commercials were so bad,
Oh,
they
they're
were
terrible.
So bad.
so bad.
Come try our Philly cheesesteak.
Dude, he was just in the car.
If you can
"Yeah,
finish
gotta
this
stop."
and get to the start finish line, there's a chili feast cheesesteak waiting for you. Like
chili
just
He
like,
never
what?
got the cheese.
He never
steak.
got it.
He never got it. That's hilarious.
The fans are robbed, and so is Cody Ware. Trash.
I think Arby's was robbed.
Anyway.
Of all the cars not to finish the last lap, the commercial they ran all day with their guy.
It's just about finishing the race.
Dude, that's awesome.
The meat.
Wow.
So I watched the in-car, not of Cody Ware, which we got to go back and go check that out, but it was the guy, whoever was behind him. Dude, when he was going down to what turn is that? where they-
6, I think.
Yeah, it's a high-speed section. At over 100 miles an hour, the dude's rotors blow out. He loses brake rotors and hits that tire wall head on at over 100 miles an hour.
Oh, it was gnarly.
Dude, it like you don't really see it like on TV, but like on that in car, it was a massive hit. So to me, like I just don't understand. When it comes down to me, there's only one way to feel about this. If a driver takes a hit that massive, you absolutely have to immediately throw the yellow flag because you need to afford him the opportunity to get out of his race car safely under a controlled track. Because who's to say somebody else isn't going to be doing that? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that's just not fair. And then we saw a few minutes later, as they're pulling the car out, it erupts into flames.
Yeah.
So you're asking this guy to stay in there until you've deemed the track safe. He's not going to wait. If the car erupts into flames, he's jumping out.
I'd be out.
You know, so like
I
I just don't understand that. I really just don't agree with that. I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are.
I think they strictly just did it because they didn't want to do another restart. It was probably going to be more of a red flag if they did pull it out and it was going to catch on fire. You know, I just
Weather
think they
coming.
wanted to end the race.
It doesn't matter though.
I agree. I think
Last
that
race
was,
to Chicago, just is done.
I think
Sorry, Cody.
I think they wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. So they wreck at Atlanta and Daytona because they had some big hits, right? But you go 100 miles an hour head onto the wall, sit tight and wait for us to finish the race.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you can literally go screw yourself. Like
Hey,
the
that's what NASCAR
officiating
wants.
makes no sense.
That's what they want.
It makes no sense. You literally let this guy head on impact 100 miles an hour, but a couple people spin out at the end of Atlanta. Oh, yellow flag, turn 4, yellow flag. Like, what are we talking about?
The problem is there's no consistency.
There's not.
There never
It'd be
has
one
been.
thing. Yeah, I agree. But it'd be one thing if it was like they always tend to hold the cautions, or they always tend to be quick with the cautions. But it's not.
It's what they want.
It's week to week. It's like, okay, we're gonna hold it, or we're not, or we're
It's
gonna throw
what
it.
it's
because-
what benefits the show.
Yeah. Well, I saw in here. I think it was. I don't know if it was Yenny make a comment about helping Reddick out. Do you think NASCAR wants to help out 2311 right now? 'Cause
Absolutely not.
I don't think so. So, because a restart would have 100% helped Reddick, because
Yeah.
Reddick was running down SVG.
That's true.
So you want to play that game? Like,
So
A lot of the Toyotas that were up front though were cutting it close
they were.
on strategy. I don't know if they could have done another red flag or even a yellow.
It's tough to say. Depends on how long the cleanup takes. I mean,
It caught on fire. It was
Cody
probably going to be a
wears-
few laps.
yeah, it was going to probably be at least 3 or 4 laps.
Yep.
You're talking a while, so yeah, you're probably going to have people running out of gas.
Yep.
Change the whole field. But that's not an excuse. Like Jake said,
I agree.
You got a guy that's in the wall, and you don't know.
bro,
I mean,
100 miles an hour head on.
yeah, and I mean,
Maybe not exact, but very, very close.
but even it doesn't matter how fast. The fact is, the caution is for safety. That is the whole purpose of a caution flag, is a safety concern. That means we need to go have people on the track to attend to this safety issue.
yeah, it's perfect.
That's the whole reason.
100 miles an hour, direct head on to the wall, no longer deems a caution
Yeah, never.
until the field is going to come around and hit them.
Maybe they were just like, oh, it's
So
Cody-
the
it's
Connor
Cody where
Zillage
he's
wreck at
used to it.
Talladega,
Well,
It's
maybe.
fine.
that should have absolutely ran green, even though he broke his back. Absolutely should have just ran green. It's fine.
Hey, don't yell at me. I'm not the director.
Yeah, Nah, it's just ridiculous.
I'm
Happens
on
every
your
time.
side on this.
Happens
No,
every time.
I'm just, it's just,
Yeah.
it is completely. To me, it's you. The playoffs already risk delegitimizing the sport, and then these inconsistent yellows, like it just further delegitimizes the finishes of these races.
Yeah.
Was SVG going to win this race with no yellow? Of course, 100%. We all knew that. Even if they ran green all the way to the end, he wasn't, unless he totally missed a corner, which is not like him. I mean, he wins that race. But however, that's just not the rules. If there's a wreck, there's a yellow. If that wreck happens on the last turn, fine. If that's what we're going
Right.
to do, fine, it's yellow. But if it's going to be with a lap and a half to go, like, bro, you can't wait half a lap.
But SVG didn't even hit that first left turn before they, like, after he crossed the line for that
They didn't even wait
last
for him to
time.
go all the way around.
They didn't even go wait for him to go
They
around.
knew.
They didn't wait.
They knew.
No.
They
They-
waited. They pulled it right after he crossed
They
the
knew.
line.
It was
I'm
turn
telling
one.
you, they
And
knew.
so
Turn one, yellow.
Yeah. He didn't even
So,
hit turn one.
Y'all listen to Holler Talk?
No.
So this
Propaganda.
this is the thing that's gonna probably make me absolutely lose my mind this week.
Them
It's
It's
defending
because
it.
like they'll get on, yes, because they'll get on there and they'll defend it and they'll say, well, we only have so many different camera angles and all that. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. Hire 3 more people to watch the track.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. At least
$200,000 a year, including benefits.
it's only one race. It's a
I'm just
contract.
saying, what if it's the whole year?
Yeah.
A couple hundred, maybe 300 if you include all the travel. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Multi-billion-dollar company. Nah, the finishes being legitimate, not as important as that money. Like, bro, get the freak out of here.
Yeah.
Yenny says it, man. He's like, we hate on the, what the F is a kilometer sport of F1, but he goes, the FIA clears NASCAR officiating in terms of consistency.
That's,
That's
that's
No, I
fact.
mean, I'll give it to
They're-
him.
They are
That is
they
fair.
are consistent.
Yeah.
And their process, Not to say we need to have exactly what F1 has. Yeah, JFB, hire me. Yeah, we'll watch the race. Like,
Yeah, I'll gladly do it.
yeah.
For sure.
Cody wears on the wall. Cool.
Matt, everything good? Yep.
Keep it going.
But like,
I'm
no,
not biased.
seriously, the thing with F1 is, you know, like they have like the whole penalty situations where, you know, they assess it right then in the middle of the race instead of waiting till Tuesday the next week after a guy ran someone into a wall or did something.
Yeah.
You know, you take care of it in the race.
Speaking about taking care of it in the race,
There was a lot of that.
Bubba and Bowman.
What is it with them in Chicago?
I don't know,
Bubba
man.
and Bowman, this is like a career spanning rivalry at this point.
At this point,
Battle of the
Because
Bees.
I was just joking right before that happened. I was just joking. I'm like, dang, Bubba's gonna throw some water in Bowman's face again. And then
No,
Was
he
that
threw it-
Bowman he threw it in his face when he came over and
yeah,
I think it was.
yeah,
was?
yeah, because Bowman was overheated, like sitting on the side of his car.
it's them
And then
Chevy
Bowman
drivers,
just came
man.
over
I
and
don't
just-
know. That was
No,
wild.
Bubba did it.
Bubba did
Yeah,
it,
Bubba.
yeah,
Bubba.
to Bowman.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was
But-
so freaking. Oh,
So,
that was
like,
bad.
but that's what I'm
Bubba
saying.
was-
This is like a career spanning.
Bubba was beyond slow. Like we all agree with that, right? He had 10 cars lined up behind him.
Oh, yeah.
He was slow enough to get Kyle Busch to make it 3 wide and get the pass at a road course
After wrecking.
after wrecking.
Yes.
Like that's slow, right? So then when Bowman actually gets a pass, a fairly clean pass, I would say, in this kind of track.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a little contact. It's not like
Your
there's-
cars have fenders for a reason.
It's not like you just drive through the grass and, oh, I got you, but I drove through the grass. Like, yeah, it's going to be a little beating and banging. But, like, he just comes up and just starts dooring the guy. He
Yeah.
doored him last year, too, when he won the race. Like, Bubba needs to chill in Chicago, man. Like,
Bubba needs to chill altogether, bro.
Well,
like he gets
I
way
think-
too emotional
And
all the
especially,
time.
this is the track
This
where the
isn't-
23 is going to have the biggest draw. You're a Michael Jordan's car. You're in the 23 car.
Chicago's a huge market for McDonald's, I'm sure.
Yeah, like everything about it, it's like, bro. I mean, it probably is.
probably.
The
Yeah,
Giant
it's a
City,
giant
I'm
city,
sure. I'm
yeah.
sure it's a great market.
Actually, aren't they?
You're in the middle of downtown. Like, I'm sure it's huge for McDonald's.
Isn't McDonald's based out of Chicago? Like
No.
around that area?
Move on. We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I think it is. Anyway, I'll look it up.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, I just mean like, what are you doing? Like you said, he gets so emotional.
but he
don't
gets So
I'm okay with that, though.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. We want.
I just think they,
you
I
want.
mean, they were
I would
getting
rather have that than
aggressive.
Chase Elliott.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's true.
agree.
Like,
Yeah,
do you
I
listen to
agree.
Chase Elliott on Dale Jr. Download?
It's-
The most
No.
boring
Does not care.
race winner call in all year. It was just like
No,
yeah,
but the
you
thing with
know,
Bubba is
pretty
like-
cool. Win at
Nah.
home. Blah, blah, blah.
but
Like,
it's not like that though, because Bubba, like the problem with him is like he doesn't get angry and stand by it.
Conspiracies.
He always just cries about it, bro. And he's a sore loser. I don't know, bro.
he should probably go race for Penske.
bro.
He'd
Probably.
fit right in over there.
He probably
Him
would.
and Logano can hold hands after the race.
They can both go to the infield K Center, take care of. I don't know.
Okay.
Before the
Anywho,
yeah,
Fun fact,
Bowman.
I did look it up. McDonald's is based out of Chicago.
Bowman
Wow, good
spins
call.
Bubba.
I got the filter. On.
Coming on out. I think it was like turn 3 or 4. He spins them on out. And we were like, yeah, that was well justified.
Yeah.
like,
I
I mean,
don't know.
granted,
Well,
they're racing for $1 million here, but
Bowman
like,
didn't even
come on.
spin him out. Bubba
No.
wrecked himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba came right across and like, where's Bowman going to do? Slam on the brakes?
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, he was all
I
but
mean, I
in the
wouldn't.
wall. Like,
I'd
I
wreck
mean,
him. I'd be like, sorry, man. You're
it
not supposed
was
to be there.
ridiculous. I like it though. I'm all for that. I like that.
And then do you want to jump into, because kind of similar
But-
shoe.
You know what I like about this whole thing? Before we move on from it, is Bubba doesn't get out and start whining and talking and
He might have.
He
I
just
don't know.
nope. He just dipped
That's the
straight
first.
out of pit road.
That's a first.
Really?
That's
You don't want to get fined.
yeah. Well, and that likely says that's going to be something later. That's going to manifest into something
See
later.
it, Sonoma.
Could be.
Maybe.
Oh,
Gonna
you're
go
still
through
in the
the dirt.
bracket challenge? What a shame.
I mean, he's probably he's probably coming up on his last year or two at.
23-11.
You think so?
23-11. Oh yeah, bro.
Nah, I think he's a lifer.
Bro, he sucks, bro.
Well, the problem.
We also thought Daniel Suarez was going to be a lifer.
No, once Pitbull
Well,
was gone,
actually,
we
well-
knew that that ticket was written.
while Pitbull was there, Daniel Suarez will always be a Trackhouse driver. 6 months later, goodbye.
305.
3-0.
Lucky you made it this long.
Mr. 305.
It's gone.
No,
So
yeah, I'm with Jeff. I think, especially when Reddit came in and has done considerably better.
Bro,
Not
when you
really
got
this year,
Reddick
though.
racing
Well,
the way he
yes.
races, and then you got Bubba doing this garbage.
Has Reddick
like,
won this year?
No,
No,
Not this year.
Ooh,
that lawsuit's
Not
hurting.
yet.
that lawsuit
yet.
hurt.
It is.
That lawsuit's hurting.
I think it is.
I think it's
He's
messing
still
with everyone's
running-
mind.
I think
Okay,
it's
though.
weighing on every. I mean, you got to figure everyone that works at 2311 is like, I may not have a job next year.
That's true.
I may not have a job in 6 months.
That's true.
Who's to say they
Next
don't start
week.
bailing?
Next
They might
week.
be.
I mean, most of those guys are under contract though, so they probably can't.
Well, maybe
Okay.
with a charter.
I doubt that's in the crew member. I've heard a lot of that, like in the driver contracts, but I don't think that's in the crew member contracts. I would doubt it.
But I mean, still, even if it's next year, it's like you still don't know where you're going.
Where's that at, anyways?
What?
That lawsuit.
I don't know.
I heard
You mean
they
like what's-
didn't,
I
didn't
haven't-
they
I
didn't
haven't
they
heard
file the
anything.
appeal?
I don't know.
I
I have
could
to go
look
back
that
and
up.
look it up. I haven't
Yeah, I
heard
lost
anything.
it.
I want to jump into the next on-track incident. The 22 and the 1. That was
Ridiculous.
great. So coming up on that,
We got pushed around. Totally
coming
unfair.
up on that restart.
Where's my Ross shirt?
Coming up on that restart, Chastain's up front, and he gets a pretty sizable shove from the back, right?
From who knows how many back?
I don't know. I thought it was the 5. I think it was the 5.
I think it was a 2.
It was the 2
The 2
hitting
went
the
in there
5.
sideways and was like
The
pushing
2
like
hit the
3
5.
roll.
The 5 hit the 1. The 1 came back and doored the 22. The 22 doored him. So
Bro,
then-
you lost me already.
Yeah,
and
it was confusing.
then going into turn 2.
There's not gonna be a quiz on this later, right?
No, Ross just ships.
Bro.
This sounds like an ACT question. This sounds like a
This will be on your
standardized
final
testing
exams.
question.
At the end of the year, who wrecked who at Chicago?
If Robba hits Logano and then Logano hits Ricky Stenhouse, then whose fault is it?
What's the chain?
What's the chain?
How many times is Ross
Mistiming.
allowed to spin Joey Logano around?
I think the best thing that came out of that whole incident was Logano losing his mind on the
on
radio
Max.
and
On
Ross
Max.
not saying a thing. Just
Oh,
We
all
did
good in there,
watch
buddy.
both Ross just-
Yep.
What Joey say? He's like, "What's his problem?"
Yeah, there was some choice words in
he's
there.
just funny guy.
It was his problem.
Added some. He had some choice words to that, but yeah.
It was.
the
What is
funniest
it?
part to me is how he says that, but like Logano, you were right behind him, and whether or not you hit him or whatever, you were still behind Ross.
You still made contact.
You made, and then Ross was behind. What did you think was like? What do you mean? What is his
Look,
problem?
here's the problem. The problem is that this has been the same issue long enough to where if you put yourself in front of Ross, that's your own fault. You did it to yourself.
That's fair.
Like if you get wrecked by Ross, it's because you put
They don't get along.
yeah.
To be fair,
So let's back this
So,
way up
whatever.
by
I don't
like
think anyone likes Joey Logano in the field.
I don't think a
I
lot of
think
the drivers
Blaney
like
and
Ross
Cindric
either.
get bonuses just to say they like him.
that's how they keep their job.
buys his followers on Instagram.
Let's back this way up to about 0.2 seconds before Ross wrecks Logano.
Back it up.
hang it up,
Bro, there was no way the 47 was going to survive the 22 going into the corner. So forget about Ross in the 22. The 22 was absolutely going kamikaze on the 47, bro. The 47 was like a 45-degree angle compared to the 22.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
The Ross is like, oh,
that
buy
kid-
one, get one free.
Yeah, Logano totally
How did that
Logano
get in
totally
there?
iced Ricky Stenhouse, and then as he's driving by the car he just wrecked, he's
Oh,
like,
dear heavens.
"What's this guy doing?" Or whatever he said.
Man.
Typical Logano though.
Logano
Yeah, blames
spinning out
the
after
whole
trying to
thing on
spin
Ross
someone
after
else
just
out.
freaking destroying Ricky Stenhouse's car.
I'm telling you, there's nothing that makes me smile more than a good old Joey Logano rant out down pit road out of the racetrack.
Dude, and then at the end he had the broadcasters and he's like, "That's the second time he's wrecked me at a road course. He should be fine. Take away
my
his win.
God.
Get him out of the
Calling for a
playoffs."
fine
Oh
is
my
so
gosh.
egregious.
Go get your dad. Like, calm down.
Bro, I hope the NASCAR community, the next time he wrecks somebody, should absolutely just roast him for being fined.
I think he was.
That's
I think
just-
he was just butthurt about Atlanta still
Probably.
being booed so hard.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I'm all for Joey being upset and being all
Oh, I mean, he got taken out. You could still be mad, but
yeah.
like,
no, I'm all fine, but don't call for people to get fined because we want this. We want
did
the
the same
drama.
thing
We want
when-
the rough racing.
he did the same thing with Austin Dillon. Remember? He should be fined. Meanwhile, he's doing burnouts in front of his family on pit road. You remember this?
Oh, the
at
Austin
Richmond?
Dillon? Yeah.
Austin Dillon won the race.
Austin
yeah.
Dillon, he almost hit Austin Dillon's family.
Oh, yeah.
And the official, the NASCAR official.
For cruising
They
down.
should park him. Get him out of here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think they should have.
I mean, I think everybody agreed what Joey Logano did right there was far more egregious than anything that happened in the race.
Right.
That was terrible.
Well, especially because like that's on the racetrack. Like what Logano did, it's like, dude, you're coming down pit lane. Like, granted, there are supposedly the rules of like there weren't supposed to be people on pit road and all that stuff.
Yeah, but NASCAR can't afford enough officials to keep everybody back. So
And that's your 2024 champion. Yeah.
I need my shirt. I need to just hug it at night and feel better. Oh
it
man,
was fun though.
Anything?
Honestly, the officiating put such a bad taste on this race.
Yeah.
Other than that, this race was actually really good. We had
Yeah.
a totally dry weekend.
I
for
didn't
the
like it.
It
finally.
was cool.
Didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Didn't like it?
No.
Well, we're going to San Diego and it's going to be dry.
Yeah, but maybe they go down like the cool
Allegedly.
S's.
That's San Francisco.
That's San Francisco, totally different. Part of the
can't they
state.
do
Oh yeah, down Lombardi Street.
Oh my
That's what I'm
God.
saying.
Is that Rick Ware?
No, that would be Ross. 100% would be just like, forget it. Going.
I think
Can
I found
you
a short
jump
track.
it? That would be wild,
Just tracks through the flower beds going down.
bro. We need somebody needs to put this on like a fantasy track. Let's
Don't
go.
give anybody ideas.
iRacing. You know what
So
to do.
San Diego should be fun.
That'd
I'm
be
kind of
really
sad because I feel like the Chicago street race could be good. It is good with rain. It's so bumpy. It's so rough. I think that's what makes it really good.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid wherever they pick in San Diego, which I've heard nothing, I haven't seen any rumors on location. As long as it's rough, you know what I mean, and really makes the cars hard to handle, then it should be good.
Yeah. I don't know anything about San Diego.
It's
so.
a beautiful area. I've been to that area. They got a nice harbor.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's gonna be hot in July.
Literally 20 minutes from the border.
San Diego is gonna be interesting. Are we gonna do there? Are we gonna race there in July?
I don't know.
I'll see why not.
Where's the next July race?
I mean, technically, you could go to San Diego at any time of the year, and the weather is perfect. Like
Yeah.
literally any
No,
time of
it's
the year.
it's same for like
It's a
San
long
Francisco.
drive though, for just a one-off. Like, hey, we're going to San
Well,
Diego.
we used to go to Auto Club.
I mean, they do it on the same like swing as Vegas at the beginning of the season.
Ooh.
It would
like
basically
that.
take the OG.
Yeah, do
it
Vegas-
would take the
the
OG
Auto Club.
date.
So then,
yeah.
what becomes a new July 4th date race?
Atlanta.
Chicagoland Speedway.
Atlanta.
Atlanta would be fire.
It'd be
Atlanta,
hot,
4th
though.
of July, Atlanta race.
It was
do
hot
it at
last
night. Do it
weekend.
at night.
Actually, you know what?
Push it a week
actually
up, yeah.
wasn't bad. Yeah, you just move it a week.
Yeah, that's
It's already close enough.
They've already
yeah.
been practicing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
It was-
probably what happened.
Atlanta at night actually really wasn't bad.
No, it was nice. It was like mid-70s. It was
Yeah, I think
maybe low 80s. It was
Atlanta
fine.
night race.
The day was hot. Don't
Yeah.
get there till the race is going to start. Like the pregame, you got to chill. It's hot.
Yeah, Kuzma says he doesn't really like this car on street courses. I do because you can dive bomb. You can't dive bomb on any other tracks. You can dive bomb because there's wheel hop and bumps.
There's a
and
lot
stuff.
of bumps.
I like it because this car does kind of. You can't hit the wall and like your car's done. It's killed. I mean, you can like to an
killed.
extent, like it
Yeah, you
kills
can
the
you
toe
can
and
rub
stuff.
it, you can bump
But
it,
you can like rub people
No,
and it's
you
not
hit
going to
it?
cut your tire and you're done.
Yeah.
For, yeah, like you got to be pretty rough to cut a tire now.
Yeah,
And I like that with the new car.
You can still kind of knock this wall a little bit, and then maybe not break the toe link, but bend it a little bit,
Right.
and hurt your car a lot. Which is what I think what happened to Ross. He got a bent toe link because he was
Top
fast,
10.
and then when all that calamity went down, he slowed way down.
Yeah.
You know, he went from like top 5 probably speed down to, like you said, maybe top 10, maybe less. Just how he was able to maybe block and hold position.
Mm-hmm.
So I really kind of wanted Joey Logano to get to him at the end.
I was just hoping
Just for the
I was just
drama.
hoping there was going to be some kind of action on pit road.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was saying. I'm trying to see some fights.
I want to see Ross fight again, dude. He's 1-0.
I want to see Joey Logano actually
Daddy
get
no.
into another one too.
Imagine being Noah Gregson. He's like 0-1. No, he fought in the Xfinity Series. In
Oh,
Cup
yeah.
Series, he's 0-1.
He lost, I think, to that too. I think he tried to fight Tyler Reddick, or not Tyler Reddick. He would have lost.
Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs.
Did he? Like,
I think so.
who did he try? Wasn't he the one that tried to tackle somebody?
I think so.
I don't know.
Ty Gibbs kept
Then-
his helmet on. I think.
Meanwhile, you have Austin Hill. It's like, bring it on.
It's Austin Hill.
Bro,
Never
who was
lose a
that?
fight.
Somebody was like flipping him off in the Xfinity race. Was
Yeah.
that last week or this week?
Who? Austin Hill?
Yeah.
It was last week.
Oh,
I
that
believe.
was
last week.
Daniel Dye.
Did we
Yeah,
talk
no,
about that?
yeah, we
They
did.
were
Yeah, we
okay,
did.
I was
We
like,
did.
bro, like, why are you trying to, like, bro, like,
He
have you seen
basically
the way
said,
he hits
"F
me?"
around
I
and
was
find
saying, you
out."
trying to get hurt?
So
Bro, like,
it's like you said, send him the link.
I was watching. I saw a post. Bob posted it or somebody. Bob Hawkins, and it was like pre-race track walk or whatever. And it was like little driver, like a Reddick, somebody else, and there's like Austin Hill. I was like, wow, who is that? Is this big old? It's like Austin Hill, bro. This is a big old dude next to these guys. I was like,
God dang.
like, nah. But he did pretty good today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
He was
Not
up
bad.
there. He was up there in the mix.
Finished ninth.
Nice.
Wow.
Top 10. All right. Most surprising finish of the day. I saw it. Catherine Legg,
Where'd she finish?
19th.
Whoa, top
Pretty
20.
good.
Not bad. First
Yeah,
time in 8 years since Danica Patrick in
Oh
2017
Well, that's cool.
For a top 10
for a female. Yeah,
or top 20 for a female.
yeah, top. 20.
I mean, like we
top
mentioned,
10 might be a little longer.
like we mentioned, she did better than Bubba. So
Sign her up. Hendrick
I mean-
contract.
under contract.
No,
Bowman's
you know
out.
what she got to do to get that. You gotta say something. You gotta say something racist.
Stop.
It's more likely than not. That's the sad part.
Where did Tabloid go? Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
like my theory said, like, because we've been throwing around this theory about maybe Alex Bowman being the next guy. Like, if anyone from Hendrick gets fired, it's probably going to be Bowman. And look, all I'm saying is that Carson Hocevar just got fined from something he said on his stream. So
He's likely to get promoted this year.
Yeah. Very much so.
Hocevar to the 48. I'm calling it.
Bring the dente.
Bring the
this-
dente.
This is tracking about as accurate as the vortex theory. It's pretty much
You know
right
what?
on.
I'm not gonna lie. If
Oh,
Hocevar,
speaking of Carson Hocevar, I just want to point this out on the podcast. These two have matching Carson Hocevar shirts now, and that's pretty gay.
What are you talking about?
You just sad.
No,
You're
I'm
just
dead.
sad.
That's the
You just
literally.
sad. You missed
Dude, I
Matt
out.
literally showed up. Okay, so Matt showed up yesterday to watch the Xfinity race wearing this T-shirt, and he's like, "I intentionally didn't wear it the same day as Jake because I didn't want Jeff to call us gay." So now I'm
Sounds
gonna do
about
it
right.
anyway.
Well, they were
I mean,
gifts.
We married sisters, and they bought us
Gifts.
both shirts. So
Matching shirts.
I got you
The
one.
same
I
one.
think you're just really salty that we didn't bring you one.
No, I'm
But he's already
100%
like, it's
okay.
gay. It's gay. I don't like it.
I don't know, bro. Matt's, you also have, but you all. Here's the thing.
look, bro. We're in his head.
No, the thing is
Rent-free.
that you
Bro,
also
me and
have.
you wearing matching shirts.
But you also have matching Metallica shirts,
Bro.
We went to a concert together. I mean,
and you got the same ones.
yeah.
there's only
two
one.
sets.
Gay,
Hey.
gay.
hey,
Oh,
don't we all
can
have?
go back to the Orlando concert too.
Don't we have?
Go get the hardwired one.
What about? Don't you guys have matching Chastain shirts too?
Yeah, that was a
I
good
would-
shirt.
I
bro.
would-
Hey, well, I have the same one, so
That's
that's
a
the
good
only reason I
shirt.
brought it up.
We should all
You
wear
all
it
three
next
have the
week.
same
Chastain shirt.
We should all wear it. I think
Throw rainbows in the chat.
I think me and Matt wearing the same shirt absolutely lives rent free in Jeff's head.
We had the
24/7.
same hat too at one time. We both had a black Hendrick hat.
No, he did not.
Yeah, years ago.
Not
yeah.
the same
Oh
one.
man, I meant to wear my gray one today. I
Yeah.
totally forgot.
It's okay. Hendrick was terrible today, so
Dude,
probably
they
not a
sucked
good
all
day.
weekend. Oh my gosh.
Anywho, well, that's fun.
All right.
Do you guys want to jump into Xfinity?
So, I was gonna say one more thing about the Hendrick. I saw the stat last week at Atlanta. It was like first time in like a whole bunch of years that like Hendrick qualified all outside like top 15 or something like that. I was like, well, they just blew that whole stat up because they all started in the rear today. Like, I was like, yeah, let's just go ahead and set a new record.
How'd you ruin that one?
What's next?
Xfinity.
Xfinity was kind
SVG dominated.
Again.
again.
That's a good race. Though.
Connor had, I think he had a piece for him, but
Oh yeah.
do you think it comes down to Connor just being inexperienced, or do you think it was Shane just putting the hammer down? Like, hey, if you're gonna be my teammate next year, because I mean that's where this is all coming down to.
I think there was a little bit of the "you're coming to my world," and
This is-
I'm
this is
the
what we
I'm
expect.
the dog. I'm the big dog. You're
but
not.
only by a couple of years.
at an oval, I'm 30th. Don't worry about it. But,
But
here,
no, when I'm on
this
road
is my
course,
track.
road courses are
Pocono,
my
you
thing.
can have yours. Chicago, let me have mine.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of that. Plus, I mean, you know, I don't expect him to not try to win. But at the same time,
honestly, I think the Zillage versus SVG. I think it just comes down to experience. I mean, Connor's only like what 22,
no,
Yeah.
I think he's like 20.
20 versus
No, I think he's like 18.
No,
It
he's
might
young.
be
He's
18 or
not
19.
20 years
18
old.
versus like 35, who's been a multiple
I got it,
series
DJ.
champion.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, congrats, you got second. Enjoy it.
I'll
Like,
say this about the Xfinity race. I came to watch the Xfinity race, and I ended up paying more attention
18.
to the Aussie
18 years old.
concert.
He's
That was
18
fire.
as of
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
No, he'll be 19 July 22nd.
Yeah. Like
So
Yeah.
second to
19-year-old
SVG,
Cup star.
you might as
next
well
year.
just be you're
that-
first in your class, bro.
because you got to
Like, calm
figure.
down.
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, obviously he's still fairly competitive, but how many years does SVG have with Trackhouse? I mean, he's
I'd probably
he's
say I'd give him
35.
5
This
years.
is 3, right?
This will be.
Oh, you
well,
talking
no,
about future?
Yeah.
I'd give him 5.
maybe,
Nah, I mean, Denny
give him
Hamlin's
5.
still racing.
It depends.
He's getting up there in age.
but it also
so.
depends on how well he does. I mean,
He
if
looks
he's,
like he's having
who knows?
fun, man.
if he's finishing, I mean, he's clearly going to be at top 16,
right.
close to top 10 now.
Let's talk about this. SVG 2 wins now.
Yep.
There's not many multi-time winners this year.
There's three
not.
others.
There's 3. It's
Yeah.
Denny Hamlin, Bell.
Byron.
No, not Byron.
Yeah, Byron has 3, right?
No.
Byron. I thought it was. Oh, Larson. You're right. Larson,
Larson,
Bell,
Hamlin,
Hamlin, all
and
with
Bell.
3,
And now SVG has 2.
2.
And
he-
I'm gonna just give him the win next week.
Yeah,
too.
there's only 4 guys with multi-win seasons so far.
So he's going
That's
to be
it.
fourth place probably by the end of next week.
Dang.
No, he
That's
should
crazy.
be 2 days.
He might be by today. Yeah.
I'm trying to find an updated playoff standings. If you would give me a second.
Yeah.
I
also wanna shout out
we,
to this.
We called this a couple weeks ago. A multi-win season for SVG is not that unrealistic.
Not
And
unrealistic
and
at
a
all.
lot of people said, no shot. This is his one. This is the new track. Like, it's not
Nah,
like
bro.
the magic of Chicago is over. And, like, look, here we are. And I think there is a real shot because you know what? Trackhouse is really good at Sonoma.
And they're
Yeah.
really good at Watkins Glen.
And he almost won Watkins Glen last year.
Yeah. He almost did.
There's a real shot of a 4-win season for SVG. Could
Yes.
be race win leader.
Can you imagine
That would be crazy.
if he ends the regular season?
With most wins?
Yeah.
I'm so here for it.
That'd be super sick.
I'm down for this guy just coming in and dominating the field on road courses. Like,
So
Yeah.
this
back
is what
to,
he's hired to do.
back to the
Absolutely.
Zillage thing. In NASCAR, sure, he's only a couple years in. But in road course racing, he's what, 20
Well, he's-
years in?
Oh, basically.
15
Oh, yeah.
years? I mean,
He's been racing
huge
forever.
pedigree.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah, it makes sense. And he went in there and he didn't race him. I mean, I wouldn't even. That's not dirty. He didn't race him dirty.
No, he
He
gave him
raced
enough
him clean.
room.
He gave him a little bump,
Squeezed
Little
him.
bumps.
squeezed him.
Yep.
Started
But it
in
was
the back.
clean.
Started in the back of the field too.
And you know what?
Bingo.
The other thing
Did he
too-
really? I
Yeah.
totally missed that.
Yep. Before the race, he started.
I
in
think
the back
they
of the
said
field.
both of his
Dang.
wins he started in the back with problems.
No.
Oh,
Zillage.
Coda.
Zillage.
Yeah, but
started
Zillage
in the
started
at
in the
Coda
back.
when he had in Coda when he won at Coda, what was it? Was that was this beginning of this year or was that last year?
Connor Zillage did not win at Coda.
We're
this
talking
year.
about Connor Zillage
I
starting
know.
in the back.
I know.
I think it was last year.
There was another stat I heard where both of Connor's wins.
No, his
Oh,
first win.
Connor Zilla started in the back because he fenced it.
He
Yeah.
fenced
in
it.
practice.
No, I think you're talking about Watkins Glen last year
maybe
because he won Watkins Glen.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Anyway, similar thing. Started from the rear, went all the way through it.
Yeah.
Like that's, and the thing is, he's actually starting to show up on ovals. SVG's
I mean,
not
he won
really
at
doing
Pocono. We consider Pocono an oval, bro.
that.
Oval, right?
Yeah.
SVG is third in playoff standings.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he's fifth. This is updated. I'm sorry. My mistake.
Still,
Fifth.
How
That's-
dare you?
yeah.
Give us false information.
dude, I'm telling you,
on this totally credible
I have been
podcast.
saying it since since they announced he was coming to the Cup Series, for sure. He is gonna make the round of 8.
No,
I think he
calm
is.
down, DJ.
I think it's happening.
Mind you, he's 27th in regular season standings with 2 wins. Calm down. Calm down.
I will say SVG, like at least within
He'll get there.
within the last like maybe month or two. I think he's been better on the ovals.
He's been a lot
He's
better.
getting better.
All he
Trackhouse
has
is
to,
getting
all he
better.
has
He's
to do
getting
for the
better,
first
yeah.
2 rounds of the playoffs is not like wreck basically, because you know there's going to be at least 2 or 3 guys that are going to, but he's going to have all the points from the wins and the position in the season.
He needs 2 more wins to be.
Dude,
No,
there's no way he's out round 1. You have Darlington,
No,
Gateway, and Bristol.
Those are hard tracks
That's
for him.
brutal.
Nah, he's not.
He
out.
did okay at Bristol, I thought though.
I'll
Didn't he
let
get
you
a
know.
top 10?
I think others will wreck.
That's what I'm saying. I think he just keep it
Who
clean.
knows? We don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll
I
be
don't
one
know.
of
I
those.
think
The
it's
problem
very
is there
likely.
hasn't been many, what's the word? I'm
No, I
thinking
don't
of?
know.
Crap. There hasn't been many upset winners. You know what I mean? There hasn't
Yeah,
been many.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like his competition is really steep right now.
Yeah,
Like
but
who's in the playoffs right now is like you don't have a Harrison Burton in there right now. You don't have an Austin Dillon. You
yeah, but
don't have
you
these
also
guys.
don't have the guys, the heavy hitters. They're not locking up
SVG
points.
finished 38th at Bristol.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
He was one of 3 drivers to wreck.
Nah,
Well.
solid. Locked in, brother.
I think it'll be fine.
Locked in.
He should be
Locked
fine.
in.
It's okay. He's gonna win
But
Darlington.
like Bowman, or not Bowman, I'm sorry, Byron. He hasn't.
Darlington, he did finish 20th.
Byron hasn't been like stacking up stage wins.
Byron's
or
have been-
points.
Byron
trouble.
is in a rut.
He's in a bad rut.
What a terrible
Larson
weekend.
too. Larson's kind of in a rut too.
All of Hendrick, really,
It-
with the
but
exception of
Jeff-
Chase.
Summer months.
Jeff, is this not the old Hendrick, the Hendrick of old,
What?
where they're just
Sandbag in the middle.
totally
Oh yeah, 100%.
in the doldrums
Once
right
everyone,
now?
once everyone either is way up there in points or gets a win, they literally sandbag until the playoffs.
Yep.
We need
The only
Bowman.
person- the
We need
only
Bowman to
person-
lock it in.
The only person I actually didn't expect to actually get a win was Chase Elliott because he sucked in Gen 7, but then he got a win last week, so I'm like, okay, whatever, you know.
Again, I will reiterate. I've never seen Chase Elliott race like that.
Yeah.
That was a different Chase Elliott.
Yeah. It was different. But that historically
But he's terrible
speaking,
today,
that
so.
is historically speaking, that is the Hendrick thing to do.
Yeah.
They will sandbag, they will experiment, they'll
Maybe they're
find
doing
something.
the Penske strategy.
Win
Get
the big
locked
ones.
in, suck all year, kill it in the playoffs.
Kill
Yep,
in the
yep.
playoffs, win Vegas, and then just
Win
Yeah,
Vegas.
win Vegas.
For whatever reason, win Vegas and then win the race.
Well, Vegas is the most important race in the schedule.
I
It
thought
is
you meant
the most-
spring Vegas.
No.
I'm sorry. That's why I was like, why win Vegas?
no,
Like,
all
Larson
year
did
to
win
work
it,
on
like-
fall Vegas.
no. Fall Vegas
Crush
is.
it in the beginning, win Vegas for some reason, and then kill
I'm
the playoffs.
telling you, Vegas, like Jake said, Vegas is the most important race.
Well,
of the
that's
season.
why
Absolutely.
that's why Penske was able to do that, especially when
Every
Auto
time
Club,
Logano has
especially when
won.
Auto Club was still around, because Joey Logano used to always win, or I think at
He
least
was
a
always
lot.
super
He
competitive.
was always competitive, like top
His sponsor.
3.
big
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah, big surprise. At Auto Club, so they would get Auto Club and then go to Las Vegas, or vice versa, whichever one came first, and they would win that one too, Penske,
Yep.
and then they would just sandbag all year. So I don't know, but either way, Hendrick is known for doing that too for the entire history, but it is what it is.
I think Indy's trying to call it SVG's champion.
I will be honest. Go back to the
He
Xfinity
is.
race. To go back to the Xfinity race, I came here to watch the Xfinity race, and then I literally just kind of only kept my eye on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was just so
It was
enamored.
pretty good.
I was so enamored with the Ozzy Osbourne stuff. I was like,
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was.
yeah,
too.
yeah. We had it on the side.
I was kind of wondering why no one said, "Hey, we're getting together to watch
Oh,
the
by
Xfinity
the
race."
by the way, that's why we were logging into the Google.
Oh, really? That's funny.
So for some reason, Jake could not get on YouTube without like logging into a profile. That was the weirdest
You have like
thing.
some parental control on your YouTube on that computer.
Oh, I do.
It was
I
the
guess
weirdest
so.
thing.
Apparently, but then it
You
gave me an
typed in
option of like
YouTube.
8 different Google accounts that I
Oh,
could
yeah, I
sign
have a-
into,
I
and
have
I
a
was
bunch.
like, I know one here for the speed. And I typed in the password. I'm like, I'm doing the things. It's
Sending
like
passcode.
send a
to
code. And
Samsung Ultra
It goes to-
25.
Yeah.
Lindsay's like, send the code again. It didn't work, and I sent it again. She, still not working. Send it again. And it was sat there for so long. It was so dumb.
Yeah, because I texted Lindsay because Lindsay, I was like, she's probably trying to log in to do something. I'm like, was that you sending the code? Yes. And I'm like, okay, just tell me what the code is. She has to tell me the code because I have to press it. So just text me the code.
Yeah, but
That's funny.
I was paying attention to the race, kind of, not really.
Well, we sat down. I mean, we should
Right.
actually say like we sat down and we watched the final concert for Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, and it was a really good show.
Me and
Even-
Jeff watched all day since like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you
we
guys-
watched almost the whole thing.
I didn't really realize. I didn't even know it was yesterday.
I texted you.
Yeah,
You texted me like after it already began. Like, oh hey, by the way,
told you 2 weeks ago. Made
yeah, I
plans
forgot,
for it.
dude. Totally forgot.
yeah, but it was.
Wasn't
No,
on the calendar.
your wife changed the plans. It's fine.
Yeah, it's-
I love.
I tried to be respectful for it.
I love.
Wait till about 11 or 12 when you had got some work done. You could feel good to walk out.
I did.
But
I
You showed up 30 minutes later.
I love watching the start of the Xfinity race, but I was way too enamored with everything going on with the Ozzy Osbourne show. It was,
was
too
fun.
good. So
That was really
Yeah.
It was a great Metallica show. Ozzy Osbourne showed up, so that was cool.
yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath played their last show yesterday, and they just had all of the heavy hitters and super bands.
Jake was crying.
You
It was
know.
kind of wild.
It was emotional though.
good.
It was emotional though. Like
It was pretty
Osbourne's-
emotional. Ozzy started getting teared up. I started getting
Ozzy
a little teared
Osbourne
up.
crying while he's singing "I'm Coming Home."
That was pretty
That was
emotional.
sad.
In Birmingham, where they started, it was pretty,
Yeah, yeah,
pretty
in
wild.
Birmingham, England.
At
Yeah.
110 dB.
Yep. Picked up the JBL. made it feel like we were there.
We had that thing rocking. It was ridiculous.
But
My ears are so.
But it was really good. They had like Metallica. They had all the big heavy metal acts.
Lamb of God, Pantera.
Jeff liked it when the drummer took his shirt off.
Bro, that was gross.
It was like Mr. Krabs without
Original
a shell.
drummer for Black Sabbath. As soon as he took his shirt off in like the second song, my
Four songs.
brother needs to put that thing back on.
It was only 4 songs. That's
Somebody
not
needs to
like
give him
wrapped it that
shapewear
long.
for Christmas.
He came over. You didn't hear it, but Matt came over to me. He's like, "Who's Elmer Fudd on the drums?"
I mean, he's killing it, but
He was
Oh,
not good.
man.
But anyway,
he did pretty good for as old as he was.
For all in their 70s, nah, not bad.
yeah, not bad. But
Do we want to actually
Anyway.
talk about the Xfinity race or just
I
kind
mean,
of?
that's it. I mean,
There wasn't really
there wasn't much to it.
too much.
There
I
was
mean,
no
I don't
big
remember
drama.
any big accidents or any big wrecks. From
We,
what
we
I-
was-
were-
it was
wait,
just
did you
a-
watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any? I mean, you tell us.
Oh.
We were watching Ozzy. So
Oh, okay. Well,
We had it on.
It
we
was
had
on,
it
but
on. We
muted.
didn't miss it, but we didn't lock in.
we weren't locked.
don't remember. I'm sure. I know there was incidents and stuff like that came up where people.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember any of them.
Exactly. Yeah. So like I know
Not memorable.
SVG won stage 1, which we were like, why are you going for stage?
That was
points?
kind of weird.
Made
That
no
was super
sense.
weird. I mean,
Then
the
on
only
the-
thing we said was maybe something in the ownership points for the
That's
9.
yeah, that was it.
That's
And
the
we're
only
like-
thing it could be.
Sure.
But then stage 2, he short pitted early to win the race, which he ended up doing. But I think it was like, what was it, 10, 15 laps to go? He was like 10 or 12 back. And it was just a masterful
Oh,
class.
it was
Just
fun to watch.
going all the way through. And Connor was up front. I don't know who won stage 2. I think it was like Sheldon Creed.
I think it was Creed.
It was
Creed was looking like, bro, this might be the day.
but
Right.
he only got third. It wasn't even.
How many second places now?
I think he's at like
It's
14.
the most. If I think it's 14 or 15. Yeah, it's the most. I think in Xfinity.
It's enough to be relevant. you know.
You know,
like,
I mean, if he
He's
could
the best to never do it.
he's
Like
the-
Mark Martin's the best to never win a championship. Sheldon Creed is the best to never
never
do it.
win. Oh, that's.
I
Funny.
imagine when he finally does win, because I do believe it's going to happen. He's just going to go on a tear and just win.
Pull a
win.
Chase
He's like,
Elliott.
I figured it out. Win.
Pull a
He wins
Chase
the whole
Elliott.
rest of the
I'm
year.
telling you, it might be.
Oh man. Any exciting news?
Let's see.
What,
Oh,
read
I
that?
was-
You want to read that?
Yeah, so Yinny having a NASCAR thinking they're going to reinvent the fan experience with the DJ for electric car racing is 1,000% why they will kill the sport in the future. NASCAR is going to be in Flow Sports by then.
Yeah, I mean, with everything, luckily for now, is trending up. I don't know. I saw they were doing some of the some of the stuff with the EV. I really didn't catch a lot of it. It was all on Twitter. Nothing on the broadcast, as far as I could tell. Like
No.
I
They ran.
I really missed it.
They ran a lap or two around the place.
A few
and
laps.
Nobody could touch each other.
Would-
it
was-
was-
I mean,
did
they're-
everybody show up with a
but
car?
No, there was
All
three cars.
three manufacturers.
3 manufacturers going around the track.
Well, of course, you're
They're
not gonna
prototypes.
wreck each other. I mean, you're not
I
going
would
to door
want to.
bang.
I'd want to.
They're prototypes. They're not going to.
Hey, you know what? You want to win this EV series? Let's put Ford back behind about another year and just fence them. I don't know. Like, I have no interest in this at all.
Yeah.
I have no interest in the Formula E.
My problem is if they're going to do it, they need to just say, we're doing this. We're going to do something. Not like necessarily make it a part of NASCAR, but even if it's its own thing, just commit. I feel like right now what they're doing is like trying to dab the water. And they're just kind of like,
No, I think they're
Sticking their toe
invested
in.
enough to where they can't back out.
I know, but they're.
And they
I feel
screwed
like they're
themselves
like
over.
they want to try to ease the fans into it, so that way it's not like a what is this? It's like we've been working on this for years. You've kind of seen it. We've been talking about it. See it. Listen, they are louder than you think. See, and then another year it's like, wow, these things are really fast, like or whatever. I think they're trying to. I think the problem of them going slower is actually causing this to be a bigger problem. I'd rather them just say, we're going to try it. We have no idea if this is going to work. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yinny says a good point. He says, if they ran an additional series with EVs, I'm all for it because I just won't watch it. I will say, because there's a second part of this. If they have a fourth series, I may watch it. If
Oh,
the
I
racing's
would.
good and the
Thursday
names are
Night
good,
Thunders.
here's going to be the problem with that. The problem is you already see this becoming a rich man's playground, the lower series of NASCAR. This is going to be that on steroids.
Oh yeah,
I mean, these cars are going to be
much more expensive.
3 times as expensive
At least.
It have to
because it's not like Xfinity where you have all the old Gen 6 chassis, which
Yep.
if anybody says, oh, they don't, I'm going to tell you right now, we've been in the garages. We've been in the garage where they build the cars. That's a lie. They are the old Gen 6 chassis.
Yeah.
That teams, the Xfinity guys are still using that. The problem is going to be for the Xfinity guys is when they run out of the Gen 6 chassis.
Yep.
They're going to have a big problem because now they're going to have to start producing them. Because once you wreck it and bend it, it's trash.
Yeah.
You know, so like nobody's
no one's making them.
There might be somebody, but they're not producing them for 40 teams.
No.
And obviously the chassis for the Xfinity and the truck is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's one problem that's coming for the Xfinity series. The second part of that is you're going to do this EV thing. How big is your field going to be? 10, 12 cars tops?
That's gonna be horrible.
How many cars in the Formula E? That's been around a while and has grown. It's not that big.
No.
Right? So you're going to have a limited field, which means you only have so many people building these cars. You know what that does? Way more expensive.
I think you need at least 20 cars on a NASCAR.
It's still going to be outrageously expensive.
No, I agree. I'm saying 20 cars just for it to be an interesting race.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think you need 20. And
Unless you can do some kind of like IROC thing.
Or short track.
Where
local
NASCAR
short
can
tracks.
produce the cars and they're all equal. Invite only. Like an IROC series. That might be fun.
Like SRX.
Yes.
Even, like where
Yes.
you invite
Yep.
people in.
Yep. So that could be fun. If they do that. But if they,
Good call, Kuzman.
NASCAR's not going to do that because NASCAR's not going to spend the money because even if they do that, like we said, that would be the coolest thing, the best possible thing. It's still an absolute loser on the money side.
Yeah.
Because everybody would much rather see those guys race V8 cars with 1,000 horsepower.
It's a tax write-off.
Not anymore. Not anymore. They got rid of that in the big beautiful bill.
We're done with EVs.
I think so that's the first part. I just don't think it's going to be I think it's going to be an absolute money loser unless you just have millions to spend. The second part of that, he says
Boss might come over.
He says NASCAR forces the Cup to assimilate into electric vehicles. I'm done with the sport. I'll agree too. If they go all electric in the Cup, I'm out. I'm done. I don't know about you guys.
I mean,
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't think it would be as exciting. Which I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that would happen.
Even F1
Off
is
to
not
the
all
car
electric.
store.
Huh?
The car store.
Car store. Yeah. What? Car store would blow up. Car stores, they'll do that. They're like, go electric.
Yeah.
If NASCAR
Watch car
did,
tours explode.
if NASCAR did
nuke.
go fully electric, like at least Cup Series, then I mean, I can tell you personally, I'm probably going to be going to get my fix. I'd probably just be going to New Smyrna Speedway and the Outlaws out in Volusia, and that'd be my racing fix.
Has been closed
That'd be way more
forever.
exciting than watching.
I think.
that.
No, I don't think they're going to replace it. I don't think that even.
I realistically don't think that's
No.
even a thing.
No, I don't think so either because Ben Kennedy's smarter than that. You know what I mean? He's made some really great decisions. He put the whole the Mexico deal together. That's a huge success. The Chicago
they
thing
say.
is the attendance and it sounds really good.
I think as an
NASCAR
event,
might
The numbers
yes.
sound good.
NASCAR
And you
might be
look at the
but
Pocono.
They're not stupid.
Pocono's great.
Multiple years selling out campground and seating.
Phenomenal
Yeah,
racing.
no way.
Right? I mean, we've
Makes
seen
sense.
like 5 races in a row with record number attendance in 10, 15 years. So like things are definitely on the right track.
Yeah.
I think Brian France did a tremendous amount of damage to the sport. I don't think anybody would ever question that. And he's absolutely taking it in the right direction. Ben Kennedy is. Right? But I think he's going to take a long time to right a lot of wrongs. You
And
know?
one lawsuit.
I mean, you hear the you hear the playoffs. The playoffs are being questioned about being changed. You know, so
Yeah.
you know, so I mean, I think there's positive shifts coming. You
and
know
even
what I
if they don't change it, just the fact that they're even willing to be like, okay, what should we change?
I mean, they changed the championship race.
that's
yeah,
a big
it's
one.
already
That was a
done.
fan
That's a
outcry.
big-
That's
that's a big
man.
jump.
Because let's be honest,
NASCAR never did that.
No.
That's huge, man.
and to be honest, NASCAR would
Just
probably
like Jimmy Johnson gets 7 championships. It's called it good.
in their mind, it probably makes more sense for them to go to Phoenix because you had the state, the city, or whoever was paying them extra money to bring it there. Yeah, the attendance was always great. The facilities and everything. So it kind of makes sense for them to do this. So this is something that kind of goes against what would be in their best interest.
Yeah, it sounds like San Diego has brought some money to the table to be a part of the the street course deal.
Chicago,
Which is
started doing
why
that.
Chicago today is like, we're so glad NASCAR's here. What a great tradition this is becoming in Chicago. And NASCAR's like, peace. It's been a miserable 3 years. You guys have fought us on everything. We're getting out of here, man. Like, we are gone. I don't think they come back.
Those San Diego roads are pretty small though,
Hey,
compared to Chicago.
Dude, Chicago had 4 wide streets. Like San Diego, I don't know, man.
I don't know about that.
I'm excited for it.
I haven't been to San Diego in years, but I mean, I don't think we'd have to worry much about rain.
What I will say about the electrification into NASCAR, what I see happening is probably maybe like if a Honda or a Kia or somebody comes in and let's say they want to make a V6, they may be allowed to add some kind of electrical component that allows them to meet the V8 horsepower.
So
Because as we talked
you're
about,
saying like DRS or something like that.
maybe, but they talked about the torque sensor, right? We talked about that a while ago at the beginning of the year, I believe, that they added the ability for the teams. They've created this component that teams can put on the car if they want or not, and it's a torque sensor that goes from, I believe it's right where the drivetrain meets the transaxle, and it measures how much horsepower you're creating, right? And how much power you're creating.
Right.
Torque
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Torque power.
torque
sensor, torque measurement.
So they are. I think that is opening the door for teams to do different stuff. I am all about that. That is way back in the day when Dodge had their motor, Plymouth had their motor,
Pontiac,
all these Pontiac.
Buick.
Yeah, everybody was bringing this, and then they were measuring engine sizes and different things to keep it kind of relative and keep everything close. But like the torque sensor should be able to take that up to an even closer level and keep it close, and then let people come.
It could.
If Honda doesn't want to make a V8 engine, okay, make a V6 that produces. You might have a V6 with 600 horsepower, but the torque output is the same. It's the V8 with 550.
Right. What that could do too is it might. I don't know for sure. That could fix our super speedway issue.
Why is that?
Fuel consumption might be totally different in a car that has
Totally different.
So now you have a car that they can run as hard as they want for the whole race.
You got to imagine they're working on all these problems right now.
Oh, of course.
Trying to
think
figure
about
it
it.
out.
If you had a car that could go out and right now run the Daytona 500 full out the whole time, you're going to win the race. You could
And
literally
not pit?
That sounds horrible.
No, stop, DJ.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
Nope, because you're going to force the rest of the teams to
but then
back you up.
if you
to
get
catch up.
20% more mileage, then NASCAR needs to step in. Okay, it's fine. You can do that, but you get 20% less fuel.
Something.
It'll be fine. NASCAR will absolutely dial it in. I
Which
mean,
if that's
they
the
have these
case-
aero bodies that are radically different in the front, and the aero numbers almost identically match.
So if you
They
did
know what
something
they're
like
doing.
that, you could make it to where, if you shorten their fuel tank, okay, now you have much varying pit strategies.
Comment of the week right there.
I like cheese.
Thanks, Sid.
I like
do
cheese.
too.
It
I
is
like
good.
chocolate milk.
Good one. All right, anyway, let's move on to some NAS news section. I don't think we have anything else, any other races.
No, that's
races
pretty
to
much
talk
it.
about.
Bye-bye, Daniel Suarez.
Yep.
That's about it.
That's basically the only news we got. So this is our NAS
Fun
news
fact,
section.
I dropped this news probably like 2 months ago. It came out. And sorry, I don't know what's going on over there.
Nothing.
Read the
I don't want to read the chat. I saw like a post that came out. It said Daniel Suarez will be leaving Trackhouse Racing 2026. Moving forward. And I was like, oh man. And I posted it. I was like, wow, Daniel Suarez is out. And then nobody else like dropped this news. Like none of like the big like NASCAR track. Nobody dropped it. I was like, oh no, is this clickbait? So I had to go back, like edit the post, delete it. I was like, oops.
When was this?
Messed up. Months ago, probably back in like
that's right. I do
March,
remember
maybe
that, yeah.
May. No,
I mean-
earlier than May.
I think everybody kind of knew this was coming.
I think so too. Once Pitbull left, I mean, I was like,
Specifically,
and
that was-
Pitbull dipped. He dipped like a week before the 500. Remember?
Yeah.
Mr. Worldwide.
Like, I think we were camping in
Mr.
the infield. We're
Goodbye.
like, what
Mr.
do you
Goodbye. See you later.
What did he say? He said something like Dale or something like that, which I guess means
Do
like
it for
his,
Dale.
Like, no, he just said Dale.
Dale or something like that.
I don't know. It said Dale
I heard
on
him
my
say
phone.
Dale.
And I was like, what does that mean? And everybody like, we were like in Daytona and everybody's like freaking out. And like, Dale Jr., partner at Trackhouse? Like,
Yeah, we were all freaking out about it. We're like, oh my gosh, like why would he even mention it? He's like, oh no, that's like a phrase they use.
Wasn't he
and-
the like grand marshal for the 500 or something this year too?
No, he was the-
Or he
he
did
was
a
the
concert.
band,
Yeah,
right?
so he like announced he
His
was leaving
concerts
and
were
then was
great.
at a concert
Yeah.
like the next
I don't
day.
know, it was wild.
Peace. It was weird.
So
Like-
yeah, once he left, I mean, it was only a matter of time. I mean, you can't really argue with that one. Daniel Suarez has not put up the numbers that Trackhouse is looking for. 2 wins over 4 years? 5 years?
Yeah.
When Ross has 6.
Yep.
SVG's already multi-win this year.
SVG
SVG has more wins.
than Suarez.
His whole career at Trackhouse. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like Suarez, but like, it ain't. The numbers don't click.
No.
What did you say earlier? He sucks.
Who, Suarez?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Was that you? Oh, no, you said that about Bubba.
Oh.
Sorry. Same thing. I think they're both terrible.
Bubba Suarez.
Anyway,
Yeah, totally
same
the
caliber of driver.
Common denominator.
Probably the same number of wins.
I did see someone, I don't know if it was Yenny or Kuzman, saying maybe Suarez goes to Haley's ride. The 7.
Oh, I think he's definitely going to
Could
stick
be.
around in NASCAR. I mean, he's got the funding. He's got the
Or-
personality. Just Trackhouse, just
When's Bubba's contract up again?
nah.
Nah.
Danny ain't going to do that.
No.
As long as Bubba can sell that sponsorship, he gonna stay right
I think
there.
Yeah.
I think realistically, he's just waiting for NASCAR to get a charter. I mean,
Look, he's
he's the
diversity.
perfect NASCAR
here's how it's
driver.
gonna go. Bubba's gonna fund the whole operation because he's marketable, right? Riley's gonna work on his 2-year deal. When he's out, boom, they're gonna get another guy who can win. Then they'll have that guy who can win, and they'll have Reddick who can win, and Bubba will fund the whole thing,
Bubba's just there for money.
pending they win their lawsuit and can keep their charters. If not, they're all out.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Just throws a wrench in your
I
whole
do like
plan.
the Haley idea is interesting.
To the 7.
Yeah, maybe.
it could be.
What if you go down, kick butt in Xfinity, and try to shoot for a Michael McDowell ride in a couple years?
Yeah, I mean, he
That's-
could jump down to JRM. I mean, he's already raced
JRM
one.
or
Yeah.
even junior JGR, Joe Gibbs.
He's not going back.
He
to
has
Gibbs.
I would say he has a little history with him,
I don't
but
see him going
If
back.
he brings the money,
Yeah, they are all about
they're
money.
all funded right now. They're
all about money.
terrible this year.
Yeah.
So
Who
show
knows?
up there with some money and win some races. He can win races.
I do
Pull an
actually
Eric
hope
Almirola
Suarez
kinda
gets another
thing?
win this year.
Yeah.
You know?
pulls the Eric Almirola, just goes down and just does maybe like 10 races a year and just destroys everybody.
Nah, I think you got to run the whole season.
If you're him,
You
probably.
can't run part time. You got to go and run the whole season.
But you need to be in a good
You got to
ride.
be there every week and winning races.
And in a
Hey,
good
if you got to
ride.
go all the way down the trucks and do it, then that's what you got to do,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Suarez and trucks would be cool.
Unless you can get a Spire ride, because Spire's on the rise. If you can get that Spire ride, I
pretty
say
good.
roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Hocevar on a team would be interesting.
About it.
Ride the Dente.
Anyway,
I don't know. I thought it was
anything
fun.
else?
Okay.
I mean, Connor Zillich's probably going to take a spot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Connor's
Oh,
is
that's
just
facts.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Now, where this
It's kind
could-
of funny they haven't announced that yet.
That's so
the where it could get interesting though is now you have two road course guys that are now going to be fighting for the road course wins in your season.
This is true.
Meanwhile, Ross is like, I'll just take the ovals.
Maybe.
Maximize money.
They need a super speedway guy, and then they'll be fine. They can
No,
just all
Connor
have
Zillich
everything-
is the triangle guy. He'll
There you
lock
go.
up Pocono every year.
Yeah, there you go.
Denny has been dethroned by Connor Zillich.
It's funny.
All right. Anything else you guys want to? Real quick. So Diecast, we do have a new Diecast in the collection. This is mine. So I decided I'm going to start collecting first Cup wins. So that is Christopher Bell's first Cup win. Fun fact: we were at that race. It was actually the Daytona Road Course
Year.
During
in-
COVID, right?
During 2021. It was still
Limited
kinda-
seating.
Were we
Yeah.
at that race?
We
Yeah, we were there.
We were there. It was the
You
only.
hated it.
Yeah, it was
You
awful.
despised it.
Actually, I think I got
The only reason you liked it is it was a third Daytona race. That was
That
the
is true.
only
No, because
reason.
we went to the first one, the first road course race, and Chase Elliott won.
Are you sure?
100%.
No, dude. You went to
The
that race.
first Daytona road course race, Chase Elliott won.
You're telling me there was a Daytona race that Jacob did not go to?
That's a good point.
I'm pretty sure we didn't go to this race.
I'm not.
We've been talking about this for like a week, and
I
you
was gonna
just
say-
now bringing it up when we're on the show.
I've been thinking about it. I want
I
to
don't
be
know.
factual.
I got to look because I do have a video
Talk
somewhere
about last minute
of
play.
the
Like, bring
winner
it up on the
of the winner
podcast.
doing a bird out, and I'm pretty sure it was Bell, but I could be wrong. Anyway, that's what that win is. I'm going to post some photos of it in our Discord, so if you guys want to check it out, drop it over in the Discord there. It is one of 24. 'Cause
Can confirm.
It is.
Can confirm. It was a week after the 500. We most definitely did not go back after the 500.
You sure?
Yes.
We went to one of them.
We went to the Chase Elliott one. I remember that one for sure. I had the photos on my phone.
That's so weird.
Because he came and did the burnouts right there at the entrance of the road.
So, Jake, you
Yeah.
have not been to every race at Daytona. You broke your stat.
Ooh,
You just confirmed you
When
broke
did I
your own
ever
stat.
claim that I'd been to them all?
yeah, you have.
Yeah.
I
You
have
say
not.
every time
I was
Daytona's
not
there?
born in 1959.
I
Can
have
we
not-
calm
Well,
down?
no. Since you've been going.
No, I
You
said
said you
this-
wanted to have the longest
this year's
streak.
Daytona 500 was my 100th race at Daytona.
No, you said you wanted to have the longest streak at Daytona. He just broke it, not going
Bro,
to that
I
one.
don't care about this.
You brought it up multiple times.
I don't care about a real course at Daytona, bro.
Man, that's sad.
If you ain't on the 2.5 high banks, bro, I'm not like, come
Man,
on.
that's
You're
sad,
not
man.
pulling 200. Like, I don't care.
I can't believe
You put a chicane on the front stretch, I'm out. Garbage.
They should do that without the road course.
The brakes might fail. Slow down. It's crazy. I know.
Fun fact: his brakes fail a lot.
That is true.
So, I'm shocked he got the win.
Yeah.
Actually, we might have gone to this race. I don't know.
Yeah,
See, you don't
I
even know.
I don't remember, but it is the 2021.
This one is from
Yeah.
2020.
It's hard to tell because the class switched to the road course for like 2 years. So I got
that's right.
kind of confused.
You know what? That might be what you're thinking with Chase Elliott. Maybe that
No,
was
no, no. For sure, he won the first Daytona road course because we went. It was during COVID. They called it out last minute. California's closed, and like so that they
okay.
changed it to Daytona like 3 weeks before the race, and we bought tickets for like $25.
I know there was a lot of craziness.
We
going
were
on.
talking about camping it, and they're like, "Yeah, 1,500." I'm like, "This ain't the 500. Get
Yeah.
the hell out of here!"
So
You're out of your mind.
RG,
Bro.
RG, it is an elite. So yeah, it's an elite.
I do love.
that one is the liquid color.
it looks great.
Yeah, it does actually look really good.
I want to look at it.
I do love
It's got the
how,
antenna on it. It's so
Yeah.
nice.
how much more detail
Careful, they
the
fall
Gen
out.
the Gen
know.
6s have
If you just
over
bend
the,
it a little
the
bit.
new ones.
What?
The Gen 6 has so much more detail than the new ones. It's
Disgusting.
I mean, Lionel is purely just robbing people nowadays.
Honestly,
They charge more for
The weirdest
1,000%
thing about
less
this
More
quality.
for less detail.
the painted windscreen wiper is kind of funny.
It's hilarious.
It's like a sticker instead of actually
all right.
having one.
So Chase Elliott won the first one
say
in
it louder for the
2020.
people in the back.
in 2020, August 16th. So it was an August.
We were
race.
there because it was
That's
a
the
few
one
months
we were at.
after the
Yep,
summer
I
race,
do-
which was still at July
That-
back
that's
then.
the one we went to.
Yeah.
The
You went
other
with your
one.
family
The other
for one,
one
right?
is
Huh?
You went with your family for one of these.
For that one, for the July race. That was the first time we camped in the RV.
Yeah.
that wasn't July. It was August. But
No, that was
Oh my
the
gosh.
camping was for the July race.
I didn't know this was going to be a
Right.
whole argument.
anyway, then the next
you know
one.
us.
The next
Fair
one,
enough.
like Jake said, was February 21st of the next year,
We were there.
and that was the one Christopher Bell.
Wait,
won.
that was the first one? The second one?
The second one that Christopher Bell
Yeah,
won
yeah.
was 2021, February 21st.
It was the weekend
right after
Daytona.
500.
Yep.
Yep.
We were there.
We just decided not.
We
Well,
did not.
The thing that was frustrating is I wanted to stay in the RV, and it was like another $1,200 to stay 7 more days.
Ridiculous.
I was like, how, and with no practice, no nothing, no qualifying, how in the world could you justify that price
Yeah.
to stay there?
So-
and I was like, no. And then you know what? We were right because almost nobody stayed. It was
No,
ridiculous.
everyone left.
Yeah. So we didn't go to that
But we
one.
just didn't like go for like the Sunday race.
No.
I guess not.
I
We
don't-
would now.
I don't
but-
think.
We would 100%
I don't think
now.
at the time we did. No.
Crazy.
But we did get
It was
the first one.
it was also the year after COVID, so there was still a lot of craziness
But I also
going
think
on,
we went
so-
to the
Tickets
first.
were a lot more expensive that second year too.
But I also think
Was
we
that
went
the year
to
we
the,
went to Atlanta? Maybe that's why we didn't go to that one.
we probably did
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
Atlanta
yeah.
That was
year,
I think the
Yeah.
last
which
old
was
Atlanta.
like 3 weeks later.
So that's probably why
Right.
we didn't go to
Yeah,
that.
but also
Okay, well,
we went to the first one and we were like, man, this kind of sucks. Let's not go
We're so
to
off
the
on
other
a
one.
tangent here.
I know. Sorry,
Anyway,
everybody.
sorry.
Cool diecast. I like your strategy. Go
Yeah.
for the first win.
Yeah, It started with a Byron
When
one.
you get Denny Hamlin's?
I don't even know what his first one
What about
is.
Joey Logano?
That one's gonna hurt.
I heard Jelly Logano.
Jelly Logano.
Jelly Logano.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked up a few of them, and there's some that are gonna be real painful.
Have
You,
fun with
you're
that.
gonna,
Chase
you're
Elliott's-
absolutely gonna have to reach out to Robert and get some help to recreate,
Probably.
unless you just feel like giving away money.
There was a few of them like the Cindrix is easy. That one's pretty easily to find.
Daytona 500.
Yeah, that one's not too bad. But like
Really? I thought that one would be expensive. Nobody knew who he was. He's a rookie.
it's because it's Cindric and nobody wants his stuff. I think it's the only thing I could think of.
For the elite or the regular?
Elite. Yeah,
Are you gonna go elites?
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, if
feel you.
it's available. Yeah, that's
No,
my
I feel
goal.
you.
So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try. Like there was some tough ones like Chase Elliott, the one he won at Watkins Glen. That's pretty tough. That's above
Oh,
200.
that's gonna be expensive.
That's over $200 for an elite. So that's gonna be a tough one.
Worth
See,
it.
that's where I
Ouch.
feel. That's where I feel like you gotta.
Nah, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it right, and
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
It'll be a hell of a collection.
Yeah, because my
It'll be
initial-
very diverse too.
my first thought was like, okay, champion first wins. Like, okay, That obviously Bell's not champion yet. Hopefully, maybe a few years, but whatever.
This year.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, that's still all the hard ones are the champions. Larson was Auto Club in the Target car with Chip Ganassi. That one's expensive.
I bet SVG's is too.
I haven't looked for SVGs, but
I bet that Chicago win is high dollar.
That one is going to be tough. I looked up Ross's Coda win. That one's decently expensive.
Yeah.
But, I say decent. We're talking $120.
I have
It's that one, right?
You want it?
Right behind you?
Yeah, let me just grab this. It's already signed and
Oh,
everything.
look, it's right there.
Yeah. So
I was thinking you should start from like a number, maybe like go like low high. Or
I was
high,
thinking
low.
about it.
Or maybe like low evens up, low odds
I don't
up.
know yet because because like I said, I want to do Cup wins, so I don't know if I'm gonna do. If I do champions, then I need to do like by year. Maybe I don't know.
Champions first win.
Champion first wins.
Well, why'd you get Bell?
Well,
Future champions. Future champions first win.
I'm
You
betting.
could probably get Justin Haley's pretty easily. That's
Logano is 2008 Kentucky
Justin
Speedway.
Haley Daytona. We were there.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
one
we
might not be too
laughed.
bad. That one might not be too bad.
They conveniently had it right on Lindsay's
We saw the
birthday.
last lap.
There's
Thank God they moved that race. That was real rough, guys. That was real rough trying to balance a wife's birthday.
Oof.
Valentine's Day in February. I feel lucky that we get that. But then also my wife's birthday falling on the same weekend as the summer race at Daytona. It was going to be
Yeah,
pretty
you
short
struck out with Daytona.
Bro, thank God. If people are talking about moving it back to July 4th, I'm like, absolutely not. I love it in August.
Yep.
Could be Atlanta.
I don't think it's coming back because the city wants it a different date.
Yeah.
So
It would have been all right this week because my wife's birthday's tomorrow. So.
that's true.
Cool. Cool.
All right, y'all. Well,
Happy
it's been
birthday.
fun.
Sonoma.
Hope everyone had a great 4th of July. We will be at Sonoma next week. Well, we won't be there. But
Second best road course of the year.
Infineon.
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 Bro, you plugging that thing like we got Xfinity one.
It's as fast as Xfinity Raceway.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all the different socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And definitely drop in the Discord. And we'll see you guys there. And we'll see you next week after being at Infineon or whatever it's called.
Infineon and beyond.
Hey, and then tell us how DJ should build his collection.
Yeah,
First time race winner.
let me know what you think.
Drop it in the Discord.
Yep. See you guys.
See ya.